Hi there, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Navigating Chronic Illness with Heart and Hope. If you've been here before, I'm so glad you've returned. And if you're new, welcome. This is a space for those navigating life with chronic illness or grief, where we acknowledge our struggles, celebrate our resilience, and find beauty in the midst of hard things. Today, I want to talk about something that might feel small but is actually incredibly powerful: the idea of small wins. When you're living with chronic illness, your capacity can fluctuate wildly. Some days feel manageable, even hopeful. Other days, you're trying to breathe through the pain or make it from the bed to the couch. And yet, there's this pressure from society and from our own inner critics to do more, be more, or catch up. But what if I told you that small wins are not consolation prizes? They are progress. They are actually evidence of strength. Let's take a moment to reframe success. We're conditioned to think in terms of milestones: degrees earned, promotions received, marathon finishes, or big dramatic turnarounds. But chronic illness often turns life into a patchwork of starts and stops, detours and rest breaks. And within that, the traditional definition of progress begins to fall apart. But small wins, they are yours. They're the gentle forward motion that still counts when everything else feels stuck. They could be as small as getting dressed, taking a shower, making a doctor's appointment, texting a friend back, or even drinking water. These are the quiet victories that build resilience over time. And here's the thing: progress isn't linear, and healing, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, doesn't always look like forward movement. Some days will be simply about surviving. Other days will be about planting seeds. And small wins, they are the water and the light. So, how do we honor these movements when the world barely acknowledges them? We start by naming them. You could keep a done list instead of a to do list. Every evening, just write down even the smallest things you accomplished during the day. For example, I stretched for 5 minutes, or I didn't apologize for needing rest, or I reached out to ask for help. That's powerful. You might also use visual markers. One person I worked with put marbles in a jar, one marble for every small win. And over time, they had a visible reminder of all that they were capable of, even on their hardest days. Another idea is voice memos. You could record a short message to yourself celebrating a win in real time. Later, you can listen back and hear your own voice reminding you of your strength. You see, it's not about productivity, it's about presence. It's about acknowledging that you're still here, still trying, and still doing the best you can. Now, let's take a moment to talk about the guilt, because I know it comes up. You might think, this is such a small thing. Why should I count it? But your effort exists in the context of your limitations, not someone else's expectations. When you're living with chronic illness, what looks small to someone else might be monumental for you. Remember, comparison is a trap. Don't compare your current self to your past self, to the one who could do more, run faster, stay up later, and say yes to everything. That person didn't have the same body, the same pain, or the same emotional load. Likewise, don't compare yourself to others who seem to be handling it better. You never know what's happening behind the scenes. And even if you did, their path isn't yours. You are not failing, you are adapting. And adaptation takes courage. So here's your invitation today. Honor the effort. Celebrate the little things. Write them down. Speak them out loud. And share them with someone who gets it. Let small wins become part of your healing practice. Because in the landscape of chronic illness, small wins are sacred ground. And every one of them, every breath, and every choice to show up is worthy of grace and celebration. To support you, there are 2 free options for you to choose from to help you track your progress and celebrate your small wins. First is a done list that you can use to write down even the smallest things you accomplish each day, located at https://coaching-for-chronic-illness.kit.com/your-done-list. Second is 10 visual markers for small wins, a list of 10 creative ideas for visual markers to track your small wins, located at https://coaching-for-chronic-illness.kit.com/visual-markers-for-small-wins. You can download one of these free items that most resonates with you, or download them both. Thank you so much for being here, and please come back again for another episode of Navigating Chronic Illness with Heart and Hope. Until then, remember, your progress is real, your wins matter, you matter. Want to learn more? Subscribe to my newsletter for ongoing reflections, free tools, and notification of new episodes of Navigating Chronic Illness with Heart and Hope with Valerie Alawiye, my video series on grief, illness, and gentle healing. Or visit us on our website at coachingforchronicillness.com to explore options to receive more support.